Good evening, hi, hello, ciao, and welcome. How are you doing out there? I hope all is good. My name is Dino Vegetable, and I'm on here not talking about the Paul McCartney singles box set, but kind of. What I'm going to talk about is stuff that's been released that has been on like CD singles or 12 inches that hasn't been released in the 7-inch single box set. Now, if you go back to, how shall I say, probably say coming up backwards. I don't know. I don't mean to say the word coming up backwards, which probably can't. How do you say coming up backwards? Well, put is up. Coming backwards. If you go from coming up backwards, I mean, I can't think of the words I'm saying now. So if you're going backwards chronologically, now don't say the words chronologically backwards, otherwise that gets really confusing. There's not much that came out on vinyl of Paul's official stuff that isn't in the box set on a single. Obviously, it's not album stuff; it's singles we're talking. So what I'm trying to collate here is some stuff that's been on singles, basically, that's not in the box set. And like Paul says, it's not, is it not definitive? There's another word that used and I can't remember, but it's comprehensive but not definitive. Was it the other way around? It's definitive, not comprehensive. Whatever. Not everything's on it and it's impossible. I mean, there's a lot of singles. I just want to say to MPL, Capital, Parlophone, EMI, who, whatever company, absolutely brilliant. And to Paul and all the MPL gang, thank you for issuing this. I believe it is the greatest box set I've ever purchased of anything. You know, there's been Beatle box sets, George Harrison, Paul McCartney, many things have come out over the years, the archives and everything, Revolver, the deluxe of All Things Must Pass, Imagine, Plastic Ono Band, etc. Everyone I've absolutely loved, not as much as this. And the best thing is it's making me fitter. How is it making you fitter, Dino? Well, what it does, I have to keep getting up to change the single. So, for example, you've got to play that. You know how it goes. Take the record out, put the sleeve down, don't damage it, put that on. Start the record player, plays it, finishes 3 minutes, back up again, go over, flip it over, play that, put the needle on the record, etc. 80 singles, that's 160 times. 160 times roughly 2 minutes. So it's a lot of minutes, and I've lost weight. So this McCartney box set is a great thing to help you lose weight or keep weight, because you don't sit down very long. So don't try and do something important and do this. You know, maybe over the years we've got lazy that if you listen to CDs or even vinyl. Remember the old days of a vinyl, you could play that after 6 songs, then you've got to get up. When you play these, you're up every 2 or 3 minutes. But what a joy is going through them. So thank you very much. You've probably seen that many people have got faults or damages, like on the sleeves or on the vinyl with a lot of things. I had a damaged box. Things happen. Nothing in this life is perfect. But like I've said before as well, I don't know why I keep praying. It's a Sunday, isn't it? I won't talk about the football. Unless you're a French fan. If you're a French fan and you're watching this, bonjour, c'est magnifique, français, Mbappe, c'est super fantastic. That's the football out of the way anyway. So back to the point of about the singles, which I cannot remember what I was saying. I only do these videos once. I do it live, and if I mess up, I mess up. I'm human. That's it. The box sets. Quality control, I'd say, must be pretty awful, because not all the box sets of the 3000 bad. I don't want to keep going on about mine, so I'll say it. It's the last time I'll say it. My box was damaged. I got 1 damaged sleeve. I've got 2 damaged records as well. It doesn't matter if it cost £1, £100 or £1,000. If you pays your money, it takes your choice. Now, if you pays your money, it should all be in perfect condition, no matter what it was, 100%. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with people's faults or gripes, complaints, etc., because there are many out there. And you know, this isn't a cheap box set. If it was £10 and something was wrong, I'd still complain. But I hope, stop praying, Dino, do that instead. I hope that when people contact the company and say this record's damaged or this sleeve, that they won't be reimbursed with a partial refund, that they will actually get a replacement. For example, let's choose another one. This is fine. I don't want to focus on the negative, because I'm a very positive person, but you know, it's a justified complaint. This is not damaged. Brilliant wings, old Siam, sir. Record's beautiful. Vinyls, absolutely beautiful. Sleeves, fine. And I forgot what I was going to say. I've seen some people's sleeves like this. I think there's a Gavine Back to the Irish where it's sliding all over there. And I saw today someone's, I don't know what you call that, inner ring. What's that bit called just there? Don't say fried egg, sunny side up or anything. It's not even funny. But they've got damaged holes as well. And a few people have got scuffs or marks or indentations on that. So a partial refund would be no good. No good whatsoever. So if anybody's watching this that works for the company, fans will want a replacement vinyl. They don't unless you give them all the money back for the box set. But we pay for it and we want it perfect. That's enough. Draw a line under that. It's a fine line, but someone's got to do it. That's the end of that. So I'm talking about songs that have been on 7-inch singles or CD singles or 12-inch singles or picture discs of Paul's over the years, which haven't been released in this box set. And I say you can't have everything, otherwise the box set would be even bigger, and it's big enough as it is, but it's fab. So first one I've got to say, and there may be others I've missed off because there's obviously international releases around the world. So this is one thing that isn't on it. Zoo Gang, the theme tune to a very popular British TV series, which didn't run for long, but I used to love it. Do you remember it? Do 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 do. Now. I'm trying to think who was in it now. Was it Barry Morse? It was a brilliant series, and I remember watching it, liking the tune, and I never knew it was that McCartney bloke with wings doing it. Anyway, that was the B-side of Band on the Run in the UK, and it's not in this box set. What I think with maybe a lot of these songs that aren't on the singles is they haven't been put on a single because they might be a bonus track on a CD, like this is on Venus and Mars. This is Zoo Gang, or they might be in the archive set. That's what I'd say is the reason that they're not on a single. Now, what about this one then? Because this, as far as I know, isn't in a box set. It's not in an archive. Oh, dainty little mama, smile all day. Linda, bless her. Because Linda was Wings. This is Linda and Wings, but it's Susie and the Red Stripes. So this isn't available in the McCartney singles set. I know it's not Wings. I know it's not Paul McCartney, but then Kiriti Kanawa isn't Paul McCartney, is she? I'm not having a moan about the box set. It's beyond perfection apart from the imperfections. That sounds like a good line. I go so back on in front of me. Anyway, so Seaside Woman is not in the box set on a 7-inch single or B-side to Seaside. And it's, as far as I know, it's not on an archive. So that's one. So we've got Zoo Gang and Seaside Woman. Here's another. Where is it? Oh, behind me. We all know the people are the same wherever you go. Ebony and Ivory on the 12-inch. You've got Paul doing a version just on his own without Stevie Wonder singing on it. Again, possibly it hasn't been released on a single because it's in the archive Tug of War box set. Hang Glide. We're on to press to play period now, around 1986 when Paul issued, get this right, Dino, issued Press, Only Love Remains and Pretty Little Head. There were various 12 inches. There was a 10-inch as well. And Hang Glide was on a Press 12-inch. Now, as far as I know, Hang Glide is not on any format at all. And Hang Glide isn't even on the bonus tracks on Press to Play. And there's not a Press to Play archive. Paul, MPL, capital. There's not a Press to Play archive. Why not? I'll give you some good reasons why there should be a Press to Play archive. Here goes. Stranglehold, Good Times Coming, Feel the Sun, Talk More Talk, Footprints, Only Love Remains, Press, Pretty Little Head, Move Over, Busker, Angry, do-do-do-do-do. Love that bass. Pete Townsend, Phil Collins, However Absurd. How about Mae Westner's Sweaty Vest? What about Right Away? What about It's Not True? Tough on a Tightrope. Where's the archive? Where's the archive? Come on, we want Press to Play archive. So Hang Glide has not been released on any of the 7 inches either. Where's the archive for? Baby, I love you very, very, very much. Good old George Linda takes a good old photograph, doesn't he, with an old camera? Beautiful romantic Paul and Linda there. So that's that. Hang Glide is not available in the 7-inch box set, and it's not available on any format at all. Obviously, when I'm saying any format, I'm talking authorized releases, not stuff that's unauthorized. Now we're going forward a few years to 1989. Now on this single, this one, there were various versions of this. There was a CD single, there was a cassette single, there was a few 12 inches as well. This is the standard CD single because I'm not getting all my 7 inches out, Vicar. But on one version of this, and I'm just trying to get this right, I Wanna Cry has not been released on 7-inch single. I suppose if you're issuing 2 or 3 12-inches back then in '89, when there were many 12 inches coming out of, was it of this one and Figure of Eight? Don't even go to Figure of Eight. There's so many versions to collect, but fascinating as well. So we haven't got I Wanna Cry, which was recorded during the Russian album sessions, the Choba album, about 1987, I think that came out. But it was a bonus track on one of this one singles. Is it on this one? Is it on this one? So it's got The First Stone, I Wanna Cry. Yeah, I Wanna Cry is on here, and I'm in Love Again. I'm in Love Again and The First Stone are available. Then on another 12-inch, which, no, that's Figure of Eight, there's a track called Good Sign. That's not in the 7-inch box set either, but maybe that's because it's on the Flowers in the Dirt archive. That was also on another version of this one. Now this is where it gets really complicated. You with me? Yeah. This time, Figure of Eight. This is going to be a long video. No, I don't want to keep it too long because you get bored and I get bored and my throat goes. And I want to play my box set. What single shall I play tonight? I'll try and stick to a decade. Anyway, don't digress, Dino. Stick to the point. Figure of Eight and the bonus tracks that came with these. There's a heck of a lot. But basically, I'm not going to go over the ones that have been released. But these are the ones that I've put down that have not been released. So, Figure of Eight. Now, if you remember when the Flowers in the Dirt album come out, here's one I made earlier. Actually, this is the Japanese one, I think. This is the Japanese Flower in the Dirt. This is a gorgeous 2 CD set, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about tracks that weren't released in the 7-inch box set, and you can't have everything. And also possibly ones that are not in the archive. So here we go with Figure of Eight. When Figure of Eight came out, there was a documentary out with Paul and the band. I'll forget their band members now. So you've got Paul McCartney, you've got his lovely wife Linda, you've got Wix, you've got Robbie McIntosh and Hear Me Stewart. I think that's right. Did I say the drummer? Did I say the drummer back then? Master Christopher. What's his surname? Sorry, drummer Christopher, I forgot your name. How shocking. Shows I'm human again. Anyway, they were filmed making the album with obviously a view to going on tour. When are you going to tour the UK, Paul? When are you going to take the long and winding road and play the UK dates, Paul? Please. So on Figure of Eight, when they made this TV documentary called Put It There, there was various stuff they recorded and shown out. They got Party, which is in the box set anyway. And it was also on the World Tour collector's pack. But in that, they did the Long and Winding Road and also Rough Ride. So there were live versions done on the TV documentary, which were on vinyl with one of the versions of Figure of Eight. So there we go. Long and Winding Road and Rough Ride haven't been released. Shall I call them not the studio version, live versions in the studio. So they haven't come out. Now we're on to Put It There, if it weighs a ton, that's what a father said. So on Put It There, the B-side, you've got Mama's Little Girl and Same Time Next Year. Beautiful songs. Same Times Next Year, I think it was around 78, and it was a title of a film by Alan Alda, and Wings. It wasn't used in the film because apparently in the song with the lyrics, Paul was giving away the plot of the film, so it wasn't used. So Same Time Next Year, as far as I know, that's not on anything at all, and it's not in the 7-inch box set. Are you still with me? I'm just looking at this Flowers in the Dirt Japanese one, see if there's anything on. Yeah, P.S. Love Me Do. That's not in the 7-inch singles box set either. And again, I know it was a bonus track on a 12-inch of Not Something. That's not a Paul McCartney song. But P.S. Love Me Do isn't available. But then I don't mind. I'm not a big fan of P.S. Love Me Do. Okay, so we're on to the next track now. I've just done Put It There. All my trials, love, will soon be over. You may be aware of All My Trials, that there were 2 CD singles for this. You got the black one, you got the white and black one, Ebony and Ivory, side by side together in perfect harmony. And there was many bonus tracks with these. Beautiful song. I've said that I'm not too keen on the video. It was a bit depressing to play at Christmas. I believe Paul made a nice video for All My Trials, as in rather focusing on people's plight and that in the UK, about the homeless and people not having money. If it had been a kind of jollyish video, like Wonderful Christmas Time, it may have done better. People don't want it rammed down their throat. Sadness at Christmas, do they? So don't mention football and France beating England. So on all my trials, let's get this correct, because I've written my notes down. So on the black one, on the black all my trials, what you've got on here is Mull of Kintyre, a #1 smash in 1977 for 7 weeks, and I don't know I'm doing that accent. But Mull of Kintyre is live on here. That's not on Tripping the Live Fantastic or Tripping the Live Fantastic Highlights. So Mull of Kintyre hasn't been released on 7-inch, as has not Sea Moon. Sea Moon's not on it either. So Sea Moon and Mull of Kintyre, which were on that, are not available in the 7-inch box set, as is not, is that right? As is not on the white one. On this one, you haven't got the Lennon medley, which was done June the 28th, 1990 in Liverpool. I was there. What a concert that was. Supposed to be the last day of Paul McCartney's tour, which it was, but he did Nebworth a couple of days later. But obviously at Liverpool, he did Strawberry Fields and Help and Give Peace a Chance. He got overcome with it and messed the words up, which I love. It's great to show we're only human and none of us are perfect. So that's not in the 7-inch box set either. Would be great to have a live little EP, wouldn't it? Maybe there's going to be an archive box set of, I know, Tripping Live Fantastic, Paul is live, who knows? But there are still tracks out there that aren't on 7-inch vinyl, but then they have been on 12-inch vinyl. Don't issue a box set. Please do not issue a 12-inch box set. However, if you do issue a 12-inch box set, if you're watching this, MPL people, if you issue a box set, we've had the 7-inch box set, issue them on 7-inch pitch disc, and issue a 12-inch picture disc box set. We could do with one, couldn't we? But give us a while to save up. So maybe there'll be a 12-inch picture disc box set. We haven't got the money. You with that? We've done all my trials. Now we're on, so we've gone out of 89, 90 into 93, and the Off the Ground, the La 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 album, and the singles that come off that. So trying to think of the singles that come off that now, because I had them in front of me. Where's Dino put the singles? I can't find it. Hope of Deliverance. Now on that, there's a track that was on the B-side which isn't available in the 7-inch box set, which is Big Boys Bickering. Do you remember how it goes? Summit for everyone, ducking it up for everyone, ducking it up for everyone. Big boys bickering, ducking it up. I'm allowed to say duck. I presume that's not on the 7-inch single because there's a naughty bad word in it, and it's not duck. So I guess that's why it's not on the 7-inch box set. Also, there's not lots and lots. What about Biker Like an Icon and Off the Ground? Now, I've seen both of these as US white vinyl jukebox singles. I love Biker Like an Icon. Not many people like it, but when you went and saw Paul do that live and you got Robbie McIntosh on the guitar, goodness gracious, that guitar resonated around the stadium. It was one of the highlights of the concert. So Biker Like an Icon, thank you, and Off the Ground. My pretty little head just jumped off. That's the point. That should have been on the cover, shouldn't it? A pretty little head, the 7-inch. There's also a cassette single of it as well. I love that picture. Don't digress, Dino. So Biker Like an Icon, Off the Ground. I'd like them to have been a double 7-inch single in the box set, but I'm just greedy. So another point I've got here, and I think this is the strangest thing in the box set, really. This is the original one. This is the Kiriti Kanawa, The World You're Coming Into. Sorry, Dane Kiriti Kanawa. And it's also got Jerry Hadley on, and then it got Tres Conejos on it. So that's in the box set, which is strange, really. It's certainly an oddity. Paul doesn't feature on it, even though he wrote it. Did he write it with Carl Davis? I believe he did. I believe they wrote it together. Certainly did. By the way, Carl Davis did the music for The World at War. You may be sure. I used to love watching The World at War. Why? Fascinating documentary of a bad time, but we all need to learn about it. So we've got Kiriti Kanawa, Dame Kiriti Kanawa. What a beautiful name. What a beautiful voice. We've got that on 7-inch in the box set. So we've got the status on 7-inch in the box set. Why haven't we got a leaf by these names? I've got an easy name, Dino Gennaro Veshera III. So Anya Alexiev. So that's not on 7-inch vinyl in it. And this was a thought I had with lots of Paul's classical work. I don't want much, do I? Dino, isn't 80 singles enough in a box set? Yeah, but Liverpool Oratorio, it'd be great to have some of this stuff on 7-inch as well, just like an EP. Sorry, this is the selections from it. I used to come here when this place was a crypt. Do you know that song? I'll always love you. And then you got Christian Bop. Christian Bop. If I had to choose one song that I want released as a single on 7-inch, it'd be Christian Bop. And please, Paul, re-record that song and add lyrics and do something with Christian Bop, because it's forgotten and it's wasted and it's pushed aside like many of the songs that Paul's done. But Christian Bop, it's infectiously brilliant. Someone's done a great video on YouTube, and they've taken a video for Fine Line and put Christian Bop on top of it. So Christian Bop, please, on 7-inch. I'd like that. And obviously we've got Standing Stone as well. Working classical, and I didn't get the other one out, Ocean's Kingdom. It would be nice to have a little EP with maybe just one track or one movement off of those classical ones. I bet fans are watching this saying, shut up, Dino. And I don't blame you, because I should show, because I do a lot of that. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. But it would be a nice thought, wouldn't it? Maybe there'll be a classical archive box set of all the classical works in it. But it just seems that Paul's classical work's just been touched on with this in the box set. But then he's had such a diverse career. The man just doesn't stop, and he does this. I don't know what that means. He's just here, there, and everywhere. That was clever, wasn't it? Anyway, Dino digresses again. So that was a leaf. Now we're going on to, have I gone on to Flaming Pie? Yeah, have I gone to Flaming Pie? Methinks not. So where's me Flaming Pie ones? Flaming Pie, 3 singles off that. He's just a young boy. And then you've got I Can See the World Tonight, and of course Someone's Gone Out Fishing, Someone High, and anyway, beautiful songs, all 3 of them. Flaming Pie, one of Paul's greatest albums, and I don't say one of the greatest albums with every album Paul's had, but Flaming Pie is one of his greatest albums. So many tracks on that. CD singles, you got 2 versions of those, lots of bonus tracks on that. And I'm not going to be talking about remixes in this. I can't expect to get remixes on 7-inch. But however, Dino says, I've written down here some stuff which would be nice to have on 7-inch, which were on CD, single bonus tracks. Looking for You and Broomstick, but they are in the Flaming Pie archive box set. So again, that's probably why we haven't got them. And they were on CD2 of Beautiful Night. Ah, it's a beautiful night. I shouldn't get singing that. My youngest daughter, she was 4 when that album came out. I used to play it to death, and she used to love Beautiful Night. And now my youngest daughter, now she loves Flaming Pie, the track. Anyway, onto the CD singles. So I'm looking for The World Tonight, which I can't find in front of me because it's somehow magically disappeared. But on The World Tonight, there's a beautiful track called Squid. It's an instrumental one. That hasn't been released on any format whatsoever, and it's not in the Flaming Pie box set. How about that? How about a box set, an archive box set of Paul McCartney instrumentals? Squid should be on there. It goes do 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 do. If you've heard a George Harrison track called Grease on Gone Troppo, it's similar. It's not the same, but it's very, very similar mood. Beautiful tune. So Squid. Où est Squid? Well, it's Solo, where is Squid? Yeah, where is Squid? And there is another track that was released around that time called Whole Life, which he did for David, which he did with Dave Stewart. As far as I know, that's not available on any 7-inch. That would have been nice to have in a box set. If I keep going on, this box set's going to be 200 singles. They'll recall them all and reissue them. That's it. You could reissue the box set and call it, I don't know, how many singles are there? 80? Redo it with 100 in. And really annoy people. What about Feel the Rhythm of the Atlantic Coast? Feel the Rhythm. Yeah, what about that one? If you saw Paul play at Glastonbury, whether you're there to see him play live, or you saw it on TV, what a show. How many comebacks has Paul had? I think that's the greatest concert I've ever seen him do. I wish I'd have been at Glastonbury. It was superb. The band were rocking. The choice of songs was amazing. Absolutely brilliant. But before they went on, Paul was warming up with the track Feel the Rhythm of the Atlantic Ocean. I love that track. That's available on Nothing at all. And that's on Young Boy CD single. What about I Love This House? I've written that down. Is I Love This House in the Flaming Pie Archive box set? I don't think it is. And that's not in the 7-inch single set either. I did mean to cover some. When I covered the All My Trials CD singles earlier as well, we've got the beautiful Long and Winding Road in the 7-inch box set. This is a CD single. And you may be aware that on here you've got the Long and Winding Road, Sea Moon, Mull of Kintyre, and Put It There, which are the same tracks as the British version of this. So on the black one, you've got All My Trials, Sea Moon, Mull of Kintyre, Put It There. That was issued in the UK, and in Europe, you've got that, which is a gorgeous picture of Paul back in Brazil. Where was I going with that point? Well, Sea Moon and Mull of Kintyre are not on Trippin' the Live Fantastic, Trippin' the Live Fantastic highlights, so they're not available on 7-inch single either. It's quite hard to say Trippin' the Live Fantastic and Trippin' the Live Fantastic highlights. Paul, please come up with easier album titles if it's live, like Wings Over America or Paul Over Birmingham or Milton Keynes. It's a lot easier and comes off the tongue easier, and you don't have to write so many letters when you're doing it. Vanilla Sky, what about that? Paul performed that, was it at the Grammys in 2000? Did the film come out in 2001? I think he performed it at the Grammys in 2002. I'd like a 7-inch of that, or I would. Because, I mean, we've had, I just showed it a minute ago, In the Blink of an Eye from the beautiful Ethel and Ernest film. If you haven't seen the short film, do watch this. It's absolutely gorgeous. A beautiful little, I don't know, 10, 15, 20-minute animated cartoon. It's gorgeous. So if we've got Blink of an Eye, could we have Vanilla Sky as well? See me, I'd have put Vanilla Sky on the back of that, Not Walking in the Park with Eloise. But then, who am I? Am I Paul McCartney? No, I'm Dino Gennaro, Vegetable the Fourth. What do I know? Okay, let's get on to Driving Rain. I wouldn't put that down as one of my greatest Paul McCartney albums. However, Rinse the Raindrops, if he plays live, do Rinse the Raindrops. In fact, if there's 2 tracks I'd like Paul to do live that he's never done before, in fact, I could go on forever about that, Rinse the Raindrops and Christian Bach. Okay, I don't care about anything else. Do them 2. Drop the Beatles ones. Christian Bach and Rinse the Raindrops. Incredible stuff. Driving Rain. Driving Rain. What does that mean? And while you're watching this, I just want to say thanks for watching this. And you may be aware I've got a Paul McCartney group on Facebook called Paul McCartney 3000, where I want people to join up that have bought the 7-inch singles box set. Don't want anyone else just joining it. It's kind of exclusive. You don't have to pay money. It's free to join. But I need proof that you've got the box set by showing your photograph of your box. Open your box. No, Yoko. Not that song. So I need proof of your box and your test press. I'm going to let you in the group, and everyone shares photos where they are around the world. And it's a fascinating come together of fans. Of people across the universe. I'm going to go. I can't stop quoting Beatles songs. It drives me crazy. So anyway, the Facebook group is Paul McCartney 3000, only for owners of the Paul McCartney 7-inch singles box, which is what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about stuff that's not in there. And I know there's a lot in there, and we don't need any more. But these are just thoughts of what aren't in there. And you may be aware of ones that I haven't mentioned, because I don't know everything. I am talking official stuff as well. So I've written down here, don't go telling me, well, Dino, this isn't there. I've written a few down, like obviously Water Spout, Lindiana, Big Day. And what's that one? There's a beautiful song. I remember watching a documentary that Paul was doing with Hamish Stewart in London. Was it something about it's a rainy day in London, or rain was falling down in London? Whatever happened to that? Does anyone know? Could you put in the comments and let me know anything about that song? What happened to it? Did it get finished? Because I remember it being absolutely gorgeous, and I've just thought of that. Anyway, I'm talking about official releases that Paul has released or someone's released. For example, like Dave Stewart and Paul on that track, which I can't remember what it's called. It is called Whole Life, Nelson Mandela. Driving Rain. So Loving Flame, Lonely Road, available as a 7-inch jukebox single. That's not in the box set. Freedom, I would not rate Freedom as my favourite Paul McCartney single. That's all I'm saying. And what about Lonely Road? So, I just said Lonely Road. Freedom and Lover to a Friend were on like a CD single, but there's no Freedom 7-inch in here either. I might play it once. I'm not keen on Freedom, but I'm not keen on me some days when I stub my toe or I've nearly run out of petrol or I haven't got any milk in the fridge. So what about Freedom and Love in Flame and Lonely Road? Because Love in Flame, there's a gorgeous video made for that. Was there a video made for Lonely Road? My point being, these are available on CD single or white vinyl or promos, a lot of these, and that's not in the 7-inch box set. And now we're moving on to Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. Looking through the backyard of my life, time to sweep the fallen leaves away. I gave my promise to you, girl. What about these tracks? Fine Line CD single. That had on it Comfort of Love. What's happening with this? Why not Comfort of Love, Paul? Why we not got the Comfort of Love? Maybe we get the Chaos and Creation box set, Super Deluxe Archive. It'd be very nice. So Comfort of Love we haven't got. And what about this track? Do you know this track? If you're in Japan, I don't know what Japan is for. Japan. I don't know what Japanese is for. Obrigado, is that hello? That's thank you, isn't it? In Japan, you may be aware of this, but Chaos and Creation's CD album had a track on called She Is So Beautiful. I do the Italian accent, I'm trying to do a Japanese accent. What's happened to She Is So Beautiful? I'd like to have that on 7-inch vinyl as well. Maybe there's a Chaos and Creation archive box set coming. We'd like that, but we want this one more. We want Press to Play. I know other people want Back to the Egg and London Town. Back to the Egg London Town or Press to Play. Chuck it at us next year. We want it. We want it. We'll save up because we just spent this money buying this box set. But yeah, so She Is So Beautiful is another one that isn't available. And what about this? On the CD single of Jenny Wren. Do you know what's lovely? I saw someone reviewing Jenny Wren the other day, and I think the person was saying he thinks it's the greatest song. Was it? I think he said that Paul done. Jenny Wren's beautiful. I'd never rate anywhere near, but isn't it great? Paul McCartney's discography releases are so diverse. You release a ballad, a rocker, a country, a disco, a dance, an acoustic, electronic. It's just incredible. How does the man ever sleep? Do you ever sleep? Sleep, Paul, have a rest. So Jenny Wren, the songs on here is I Want to Fly and This Loving Game. Now, as far as I know, they're not on any 7-inch either. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of bonus tracks that aren't available on the 7-inch single. I know we're not going to get everything. I just wanted to try and go for these. But do let me know of any others, because I couldn't have got more. I just realised there's a poster in this Jenny Wren CD single. That's quite nice, isn't it? Chaos, what a great album. I nearly said it's one of my favourite Paul McCartney albums, and I've got to say that. Maybe, do you know what, maybe I should go to the doctor and say, Doctor, I've got a problem. I keep saying, that's one of my favourite Paul McCartney. And he'd say, yes, but Dino, what about Driving Right? Well, no, that's not really one. Okay, so you haven't got a problem. I do talk a lot, don't I? So on to the back now. Just a few little things I wanted to say here, because that's virtually all the tracks I've covered. As I say, my name's Dino Gennaro Vasectomy the Third, and Facebook group Paul McCartney 3000 for people that own the fantastic singles box set. Some other bits I was thinking about. Where's the Twin Freaks? So in the 7-inch single box set, there's no Twin Freak stuff. Paul, are we going, or MPL, EMI, Capitol, whatever record company world, are we going to get an archive box set of the Fireman albums? I laugh when I say this because every time something comes out, it's of McCartney. It's like, no, I can't buy that. Oh no, oh, not something else. He's got a book coming out. He's got McCartney 3 coming out. There's another version of McCartney 3. He's got the box set of McCartney 3. Oh, it's got a red vinyl. It's got a gold vinyl. It's got a blue vinyl. Twin Freaks. Gotta get that. And here I am. Did I moan about? I'm trying to think if I moaned about the 7-inch single set. I heard it was coming out. I knew it'd be a lot of money. I thought it was about 800 quid, which works out about £10 roughly a single. So when it was £600, I thought, no, I still thought it was expensive. But for 80 singles spanning 52 years, it's not so much. It's not troppo caro. It's not too expensive. Gino D'Acampo, he's speaking nothing like this. Don't mention put the cheese in any food with Gino D'Acampo. He'll not be so happy. Anyway. Twin Freaks, nothing in the box set on Twin Freaks. I'd like to have had that. How about a Twin Freaks archive box set or a Fireman archive box set with all 3 albums in? I've said about it'd be nice to have a classical EP from all the classical stuff. So Dame Kiri, Standing Stone, I probably got the wrong thing. Liverpool Oratorio, Ocean's Kingdom, Eke, Standing Stone, etc. That would be really nice to have an archive box set of that, just to annoy everyone else and they can moan about, when's he gonna stop releasing stuff? I won't even get onto a new studio album, shall I, Paul? Because that'd just be silly, wouldn't it? That'd just be silly to mention that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, there's another thing. How about in 1986? I'll cut this story true. I went to. No, I'm not going to tell the whole story. I managed to get tickets on the way to June 1986 to Wembley Arena, where Paul was playing. I heard him on the radio. Got a train to London, and he was going to be playing. I managed to get tickets on the day from some people passing by. God's honest truth. God's honest truth, 1,000,000%. Anyway, Paul performed 3 brilliant songs that day. Long Tall Sally, I saw her standing there and Get Back. Do you know what? They're not going to release it on 7-inch single because it's on 7-inch single, isn't it? But it's got Long Tall Sally on. I saw her standing there and Not Get Back. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm having a laugh here. Anyway, this is Dido saying goodbye to you all. Take care. Thank you very much for watching. Join our Facebook group, Facebook 3000. No, Paul McCartney Facebook free. No, it's not. On Facebook, there's a group called Paul McCartney 3000. It's exclusively for collectors. Sorry, it's for owners. Start again. I'm going to put that up there. Look, this is what he's thinking. He's thinking, just get to the point, Veshera. Join my Facebook group, Paul McCartney 3000. It's exclusively for owners of the 7-inch singles box set. How about that? How about that? Come on, Paul, smile. So come and join it. We've also got a Facebook group called Coming Up, the World of Paul McCartney and the Beatles. But so join both groups. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave your comments. And I'll see you again soon, or you'll see me again soon, talking way too much for his ears. Thanks for watching. Take care. Good to see you. And we shall get back here sometime. He's the man. He's the man, isn't he?